thought about it today. Thought about what kind of video I can make for you guys. And I thought, how about a story? Yeah, just a story of how I got my license. It's really bad. So I went to go take my driver's test, I think last summer. I've been fine with driving, practice driving and all that. We get to the DMV, we go in, I get my number and we wait in line. And finally they call my number and this lady comes out and I follow her to my car and something bad already happens. Haven't even gotten out of park and I make a mistake. So she tells me to get in my car, roll down my window, and to give a left signal. Since she told me to roll down my window, I just kind of assumed that she was testing my knowledge and wanted me to physically give her a left signal. I'm sitting in my car and I just go, I think I'm a bad girl. And I'm just doing this, and this lady gives me the most horrible look. Are you joking? And I'm just sitting in here and like, oh, and I flip the left signal, flip the right signal. She gets in the car and she sees these little baby ants. Now mind you, I actually have probably only driven in my car 2 times. I don't know why, don't ask me why, I don't know why. But I've been practicing driving in my mom's car. And we just suddenly switched it up and I used my car to take the driving test. She gets in my car, sits down, and I have not seen these. My car's probably been sitting in the driveway for 3 months, but the 2 times that I drove it, I did not see these little devils in my car. She sits down, she looks at the dashboard, and she looks to me. Do you realize you have ants in your car? No, lady. I do not realize that the ants that are crawling along my dashboard are there. I didn't think that that was actually what they were. Yes, I realize that there are ants in my car. I didn't say that though. But I just turned to her and I go, yes ma'am. And I just kind of make eye contact with the ants. You little devils, I'm gonna kill you. And squish them. And then I finally start the car and we pull out and I get towards the road that we're about to go down and she tells me to take a left. So I flipped the wrong blinker, but I instantly knew what I had just done and did what any person with ninja reflex would do. And luckily she did not notice that. So then we finally pull out onto the road, and actually the road in the neighborhood that she was going to let me take my test on was the neighborhood that I used to live at. But I probably haven't driven down that road for about like 5 years. I did not notice a 4-way light, but because it hadn't been there before, there was honestly no reason for a 4-way light to be there. It was only 2 little lanes on one little road. But it was there, and luckily it was on green, so she didn't notice that. And so we turn into my neighborhood, and I suddenly noticed that they have changed the roads. How it used to be was that it was 2 lanes, and they were both 2-way lanes. And they changed it, I guess, to 1 lane. The line in the middle had been painted over, but they had painted another line just a little bit more to the right. So I got confused and I couldn't help it. And started kind of shifting to the left. And then she goes, oh, this is the 1 lane. I'm like, ah! I just kind of have accepted my fate at this time that I failed this test. But all through the neighborhood it did good. Did stop signs, didn't run over children. We finally get back to the DMV. Now this is the part that I have been dreading on the inside. Parking. Parking was seriously like my little no. I did not want to do it. I did not want to be a part of it. I didn't understand why anybody had to park in between 2 metal contraptions that if you hit it, you have to pay a lot of money for. So I was kind of scared to death. I was over in my driver's seat just doing kind of Jesus symbol, really hoping that she was not going to make me park in between 2 cars. And luckily she told me to park just beside a car. And I'm getting up, pulling in. I have to back up a little bit to make it straight. But I finally get in there and I did not notice that she unbuckled her seatbelt. In my mind, I'm just thinking, I'll just pull up a little bit more. And she goes, ugh. And I swear, her head did like an Exorcist 360 my way. And then she looked back at her paper, and I was just like, alright, well, I mean, no hope now. She asked for my permit, wrote down my name, tore off the sheet, handed it to me, and said, you passed. And I was in shock. I was just like, thank you. It was so strange to me, but I kind of figured what happened, though. I mean, that job, any job at a DMV, it's got to be completely boring. Maybe she got off on the power that she could send whatever little nutjob redhead into the streets that she could. And that happened to be me. But, you know, I got my license because of it, so I'm not complaining. But guys, that was my first driver's license story. This is actually my first story that I've told you guys, so if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. And if you did not, you can leave a thumbs up. So please leave a comment below, share this with your friends, and if you would like me to do any other kind of videos, then please leave a comment below, and I will be making another video soon. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.